Allow me to show you something.
In the last 3 videos, we looked at ways of developing extra tricks that are applicable to playing both in no trumps and in trump contracts. In the next 2 modules, we're going to look specifically at ways to make extra tricks using trumps, and at making the most of your trump suit. Let's start with an example. Here, South is declarer in 4 spades, and this is the trump holding in the 2 hands. Whenever the opponent's cards in this suit are split 3-2, you're always going to make 5 tricks in this suit, as all of their spades will fall under the ace, king and queen. South's 2 little spades will then both win tricks, either by trumping or by virtue of the fact that the defenders have run out of spades. In this example, South has more trump cards than North, and is consequently known as the long trump hand. Now, it stands to reason that South cannot take more than 5 tricks with their 5 trump cards. It is, however, possible for the partnership to take more than 5 tricks in spades if the small trumps in the short trump hand, North in this instance, can score tricks separately by trumping the opponent's winners in suits that it is short of. Let's look at the full North-South hands. West is leading against this 4 spades contract and plays the 3 of diamonds. You remember how we planned the hands in no trumps by first counting our top tricks and then looking at how to make the extra tricks that we needed? Well, when we're playing in a trump contract, we do things slightly differently. Instead of counting winners, we identify the losing cards in the long trump hand and plan for how we might get rid of some or all of them. Here, South is the long trump hand, so let's count our losers. Let's hope that the trumps break 3-2, which will happen about 68% of the time. If you remember from Module 6.2, odds break even. If that is the case, then we have no losers in spades. In hearts, as well as our winning ace, we have 2 small cards. There are no high cards in dummy in that suit to take care of these, so we have 2 heart losers. In diamonds, the 6 will be taken care of by the ace in dummy, and the king will win a trick, so we have no losers in that suit. We have 2 losing clubs, so along with our 2 heart losers, that makes 4 in total. Our contract is 4 spades, which means that we must make 10 tricks, so we can't afford 4 losers. What can we do to reduce the number of losers in the south hand, the long trump hand? You can see that dummy, the short trump hand, has only 1 heart, so we can deal with some of our losing hearts by trumping them in that hand. Let's see how that works in practice. West has led the 3 of diamonds, which we win with the ace. We now lead the 2 of hearts from dummy, winning the trick in the south hand with the ace. Now we lead one of our small hearts and trump it in dummy, thereby eliminating one of our losers. We would like to do the same with the other heart loser, so we need to cross back to the south hand, so we play a small diamond from dummy and win it with the king. Now we deal with our second heart loser in the same way, roughing it with a small trump in dummy. Now that dummy's little trumps have done their job of making extra tricks out of South's heart losers, we can draw trumps. Both opponents follow suit on the queen of spades, so now they have 3 trumps left between them. We cross back to the south hand by playing a club to the ace, and draw another round of trumps. Again, both defenders follow suit, so we know the trumps were split 3-2. So we draw the last trump, and now we will win our remaining 2 spades and only lose 2 club tricks. We've reduced our original 4 losers to 2 and made our contract with an overtrick. There are 2 important things to notice here. The first is that you can't afford to draw trumps at all before trumping the heart losers. You need to use the 2 small trumps to rough those losers. If you had drawn even 1 round of trumps, then you would have been forced to use the queen of spades to trump your second heart loser. If one of the defenders started with the jack and 2 small trumps, they still have a small one to play under the king, so their jack will become a winner. So, when you're planning how to play a hand in a suit contract, if you have shortage in a side suit in the short trump hand, look at whether you have losers in that suit in the long trump hand. If so, you can make extra tricks by roughing those losers, and you should hold off drawing trumps until you have done so. The second important thing is that ruffing in the long trump hand does not generate extra tricks. These 5 spades in the south hand are only ever going to take a maximum of 5 tricks. But if you can use the trumps in the shorter holding separately, rather than playing them under south big trumps, they do make extra tricks. Sometimes you might need to ruff in the long trump hand for other reasons. If it is the only way to cross to that hand, or if you are setting up a long suit in dummy. We'll talk more about some of these scenarios in Module 6.5, but remember, ruffing in the long trump hand will not make extra tricks.